I am just getting on live real quick. I am at work right now. I'm working from home, so I decided it's a slow day. Might as well see what you guys are doing. A few of y'all were talking about the geomagnetic storms, a little concerned about them, and I just want to give you my honest opinion about those. I have a little bit of time on my hands, and I don't think we really have anything to worry about. Um, I think the geomagnetic storms. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. Let me see if I got change my filter here. Play around with this because my face is looking greasy. I like that. I said, "Ooh, why's my face looking so oily? I should have put a little something on it, right?" But the geomagnetic storms, I I believe it's energy from the Earth that is increasing, and I don't think that's something we should be really worried about. If anything, I think it's going to really elevate our consciousness. I don't know why I feel like that. I think it's still affecting us even if we don't see it. Um, I felt a certain way. See, this is why I don't do a lot of lives because everyone's always messaging me. I get messages 24/7. People don't even really be talking to me. You ever had them friends that be sending you like memes and stuff? I got at least 6 friends that send me memes constantly. And I'm like, what is the deal with that, right? But with the geomagnetic storms, what was I saying? Geometric. Geomagnetic storms that started yesterday, and it's been causing a lot of people to see the aurora borealis in the United States. I believe this is a good thing. I feel like the energy of the earth is changing, and it's going to help our consciousness. Hey Lyle, what's up? How you doing? I'm still at work doing my day job, so they got me working late. But ain't nothing going on today. It's Saturday, right? I just want to pull a few cards about um, maybe what we can expect from all these solar flares hitting the earth. And if you guys haven't heard about that, go on Twitter real quick, go on TikTok real quick, and you can do a quick search on the solar flares, the geomagnetic storms that are happening right now that is changing I feel like it's changing the frequency of the earth. It's changing the frequency of everybody. We are connected to the earth. You know, human beings. I don't know about any people who don't look like human beings. You know, we got some of them too. But there's people who look like people but ain't really humans. But as far as our collective consciousness and the energy of the earth, it's changing. We've had a full solar eclipse, and then we have this geomagnetic storms happening this weekend, having people see the northern lights as far south as I think people have been seeing it in North Carolina, South Carolina. Hold on, let me look at the queue real quick. Okay, nothing's going on. Yeah, I forwarded my Mandela video to Brian. Oh, my Mandela video. Oh, wow. I don't know who Brian Stanley is, but I guess he does Mandela videos. I've done a lot of Mandela videos. Hold on real quick. Folks is always calling me, and all right, never mind. I've done a lot of Mandela videos in the past, and I have a whole playlist on it. He does. I'll have to check him out. I'll have to check out his videos. I started doing Mandela videos around 2014, about 2014, when I started realizing it, and it was an awakening experience for me. I think we are going to have another timeline shift pretty soon, because they had already started ramping up CERN. We've had a solar eclipse, and then all of this geomagnetic storms happening. I think something's about to happen. So my question for the tarot is, how will these geomagnetic storms affect the human collective? Let's see. I really kind of sense it's going to be good, though. Let's see what's going on. All right, we got some mixed signals here. All right, so we got the Fool card. And the Fool card talks about a new beginning happening, uh, bringing up something fresh, new energy. The Nine of Pentacles. This is a abundance. This is financial abundance. If you're looking for financial abundance, this energy is going to bring things into manifestation. Okay, so I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, this is about manifesting strong energy. And then we get the Five of Cups reverse. A lot of people who have lost things in their life, this is going to bring things back. The Five of Cups is about returning or restoring something in your life. So this is very good energy. If you've had sadness, Three of Swords, grief and sadness, a lot of that's going to end with the Five of Cups reverse. So like I said, I really feel like there's really good energy. Sorry, there's people talking in my ear. So it's hard to concentrate. Right when I start talking, it's like everybody in my job starts like asking questions, but they're not talking to me. You said you ready for a new timeline? Yeah, it's about to happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Hold on real quick. Let me check something real quick. All of a sudden, like everyone started talking. Like when I started talking, nobody was saying nothing. But anyways, y'all have any questions about anything with the geomagnetic storms or maybe the Mandela effect? Anything that you want to know about? Well, I sit because I'm still at work. I'm still doing my day job. I'm trying to monitor what's going on and seeing if there's any problems. Now everybody's quiet. It was like in my headset. I hear people talking. All right, cool. But we definitely have. We're always constantly moving timelines. Every time you make a choice, every time you make a decision, you are constantly moving timelines. Okay, you do that consciously when you make a choice. Every time, and this is what Spirit's been telling me. Every time you open a door physically, every time you go through a doorway physically, every time you close a door physically, you are changing time. Like if you go through a doorway and you don't close it, there's a special something about that. It's about you being conscious or being aware of the other room. But when you close the door behind you, you are no longer conscious of that room anymore. You're no longer conscious of the outside world. So potential energy goes, energy becomes potential energy. So it's like the slit experiment where particles, if you observe a particle or you observe electrons, they become particles. If you are not looking at them, they become potential waves or potential energy. It's the same thing is when you close a door, physically close a door, and you physically close your windows, the world around you becomes a wave. It's only when you're constantly observing things that they become particles or they become a part of your physical existence. That's why I'm always saying be careful of what you're paying attention to. This is why, I don't know if you guys are seeing on TikTok, a lot of people are saying, let's block the celebrities, let's stop paying attention to them. That's a good thing because you stop giving things energy, you stop giving people energy. When you stop giving negative things energy, they cease to exist in your world. There's a lot of things that don't exist in my world that exist in you, in your world, because I don't give attention to it. I never hear about it until somebody mentions it, and then I'm like, what is that? So be careful. Like a lot of people like to hate watch stuff, and then it becomes then they start seeing it on their algorithm a lot more. I have to be careful about that, even with on YouTube. And I'm like, what is this about? And then I watch a video regarding some subject. Next thing you know, every video I see is about that particular subject or TV show, and it's something that I don't even watch. I'm like, why am I spending so much time on this? It becomes a waste of your time to pay attention to things that don't matter. Okay, and if I was going to leave you with anything, that would be the thing. Don't pay attention to things that don't matter or you don't care about. If it's something you love, something you want to grow, pay attention to it. And that's including your relationships. Are you going to spend more time arguing with people that you don't like, or are you going to spend more time um, uh, growing the relationships with people you do like? There you go. I can't get over the fact that there was a cornucopia on the Fruit of Loom logo. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I definitely remember the cornucopia on the Fruit of Loom. Um, Interview with a vampire, not the vampire. I saw the movie and had a friend who had all the books. I have some books. Um, the Berenstain Bears. I grew up with them. There's a lot of Mandela effects that affected me. That I was like, it just made me realize that a lot of these, that the reality is fluid. Reality can change. The past can change. The future can change. We can change the future. We can change the past. Um, I feel like it was all clues to. I made a video a while back and saying these are all clues to some other entity that's trying to speak to us through these Mandela effects. I made videos about the Anunnaki. I truly believe, because there were a lot of them that were talking about build it and he will come, field of dreams. And if you think field of dreams kind of talks about the metaphysical field of consciousness. Oh Lord, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. They're trying to assign my trainee. Hold on real quick. All right, cool. They were trying to. I'm training somebody right now on my job, and I'm watching him to make sure what type of calls he's taking. He was about to take a hard call. I was like, bro, don't you take that call. I was about to have to hang up on you guys. The mirror, mirror. Yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall, Snow White. Now it's a magic mirror. That's a clue. Mirrors represents dimensions, and magic mirror from mirror, mirror, duality to magic mirror. There's definitely some type of. That's a clue. There's definitely a clue of what's really going on. About these portals that people are opening. I'm telling you, a lot of people like to discount CERN. I think that the whole debunking CERN, I feel, is a psyop. They said that CERN was a psyop. I believe that debunking CERN or trying to take CERN completely out of the equation is a psyop. People popularizing the Mandela effect and calling everything a Mandela effect when it isn't is a psyop. All of a sudden, we had popular YouTubers talking about Mandela effect, and it was like, why? It became too popular, and then they just started saying, "Oh, here's a brand new Mandela effect," and it'd be some type of Photoshop or something, just to discredit people who were actually having these experiences. I think there's a group of people who are trying to make it seem like it's not anything, like it's just that people are just making it up or remembering wrong. But there's no way that tons of people are going to remember the same thing the exact same way. I mean, you know, the Lion, the Lamb, the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, and I mean biblical stuff too, because there's so much. What I have noticed, if it has to do with art, usually art will retain itself. But when it has the written word or anything that people create in their minds or write down, typically can be changed or manipulated. So, but if it's art or something creative, I'm trying to find a good example. Sometimes those things will stay. Like, say for instance, someone drew out, um, they drew the text, and there used to be a time when people typography, they would draw the text versus type it, and some drawn out text typography you can find in some old newspaper articles. I've had some videos where I showed proof, but Google once again wiped out a lot of archived news articles, or possibly we shifted to a whole timeline where none of this stuff has existed. I feel like we've shifted a few times. So my original timeline totally gone. I mean, I'm feeling like, Infinity Endgame, like when if you guys have been watching Marvel in the timelines and how they explain it now, they're getting all of these ideas from what we've been talking about online for a few years, since 2014, about timelines erasing. My original timeline is gone. And I've coped with it, like completely erased. But you just got to keep on moving forward and realize, it doesn't erase who you are. I mean, it's in my memories, but they are what they are, and it doesn't change who I am. I'm still a part of this timeline and doing what I need to do. Who knows if this timeline will exist forever? Excuse me. We made it through that 2020 timeline. That was crazy. I think that was meant to destroy us, but here we are. And I think, some people didn't make it. Maybe that was the end of the world for them. There will be another probably cataclysm like that. I don't think it'll be disease, but it'll be something similar. We're already having it in the Middle East right now. A lot of war. Um, the year's not done yet, and we're close to the election time, so there'll probably be some more stuff that's going to be making people feel like doom and gloom. Oh no, the end of the world. But it won't be, because nothing truly dies. We just reboot. You said, I found a VH tape that I hand wrote Sex in the City on it, but the video itself changed. Yeah, I remember Sex in the City as well, because as while I was not a fan, I had a homegirl who was a dire fan, and I was going to buy her like the whole deck, and I worked at Blockbusters and Blockbuster Videos, which tells you how old I am. And I remember Sex in the City, and it only makes sense because it was like they were talking about sexual relationships in the city, right? Not in the city. What about in the city? That doesn't even make sense. Sex and the city. What about the city? So I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. My trainee's about to do something. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.